So we're just arriving here at the stadium with Kelsey.
Hiya.
There we go. Big meeting tonight against the GP under 23 team. Looking forward to it, Kels?
Yeah, it should be a good meeting. They got a very strong lineup. But I'm hoping that the Warriors can overcome them and get a win.
Of course, last meeting of the season as well. Last time meeting of the season. It's been a good year for you, hasn't it? You've enjoyed it down here.
Yeah, it's been awesome the whole year. I mean, I've loved every second of it, really. Yeah. It's been wicked. I mean, everyone's so friendly around here, and you know, I'd love to come back here next year if they do my contract again. But if not, then I'll have to look at other plans. But at the moment, it all looks pretty good. And yeah, hopefully I'll be back here.
Cool. So there we are, just pulling into the pits, as you see there. Mr. Perrin.
And they've nicked my parking spot. Connor, you nicked my parking spot! That's where I park!
Alright.
Well, it is indeed. Welcome to the Isle of Wight for the last meeting of the 2016 season. It's the Warriors against the young Great Britain under 23 side. Now, you may have saw Kelsey Dugard giving us an insight coming in. We are going to hand you back over to Kelsey, who's going to talk us through the track and carry out a few interviews for us as well. Then we go to Chris Popple, and then as always we bring you all the action starting right at the beginning of heat number 1. It's the Warriors against Great Britain under 23.
Hi, my name's Kelsey Dugard. I'm the Isle of Wight's number 2. I'm going to do the analysis of the whole track. Let's start off with the gates. Gate 1 looks the same as Gate 1 really is. People may get away from getting off of here because it's quite dry. The earlier heats, they'll get away with it as long as the wind doesn't take the water out of the track. It's just all slop really. Gate 2, yeah, look, you can see my feet, they're all in it, just moving all over the place. Gate 3, nah, that's even worse. Gate 3. Then 4, nah, you might get away with Gate 4 being on here, but other than that, you're just going to spin your way to the first turn. This is Chris Widman, the Isle of Wight's number 4. What are you thinking of the gates without swearing?
I wouldn't swear anyway. They look all right, maybe dry in an hour or so. What time is it? Half an hour and a half. Yeah. And they'll be good.
What gate would you say is going to be the best gate here today?
I think they're all pretty consistent, to be honest. You know, they look pretty much the same.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I think
in the best possible way, they're looking fairly poo all the way across them, you know. And obviously, once they dry out, pack them down a little bit, I reckon they'll be all right.
Yeah, to be fair, I think I actually just said the same thing, and I know nothing. Now let's take a walk around the corner. You guys can come as well.
There's no stodgy patches or anything like that, you know. No bumps either, so should be a good track. It's been getting better each week, so.
Do you reckon it would make a bit of dirt tonight?
Possibly.
Yeah, it looks like there's going to be a little bit there, but nothing too major to give you an actual racing line from it.
No, I mean that turn last week had a little bit, as Darryl Richings found out.
Unfortunately, didn't it? But yeah, I reckon the way it's going, they're obviously trying to rip it all up, but there's not quite enough dirt to rip up to be able to make a racing line around the outside. That's the only problem, and obviously with the holes and everything else we've got over here, it seems to make it a little bit more unfortunate and struggle to start off with before it gets into a racing track. It's hard to get on and race it straight off the bat, you know. So
I think the best thing that they've done is the last 2 weeks is they've left the inside and ripped the outside up, and it's you know, making it a lot harder for the opposition to. I mean, if we're out by the fence, it's making it a lot harder for them to pass on the inside, you know, because that goes really slick, and we've got a back wheel. And
first few is gate and go really, and it obviously for a home track, home rider, you can set your bike up to know what the outside's going to do within the first few, but away rider, you come up, you try and get on the outside, and you're going to struggle a little bit because there's not enough early on to pull you round and get you anywhere.
Right, let's walk a little bit further around the track, see what else we can find. Now we're in the first bend. We're going to ask Chris with the Hawaiian shorts on what his views are.
They're really good shorts. About the track. No, it's a pretty fast part of the track. This is, end of the straight, getting into the turn, and make sure you get it low, get it turned, and keep the momentum going. Right, boys.
We got Neil Vatcher. He's actually treated us today. Do you want to say a few words, Neil?
You've got worse shorts than me.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
The Isle of Wight who?
You'll find out after heat 15. Nathan, what do you think of the track?
Yeah, it's looking alright, obviously like we were saying earlier about it, it's going to be a bit iffy. It just needs a bit more dirt on it to make it more consistent throughout from the get-go. That's the only problem I feel as though with the track, and obviously the bumps, especially later on, 'cause like Chris said, this is the fast part of the track. Coming into this corner, it's hard to keep the motor going on, because obviously you've got the waves coming down the straight, and it does catch a lot of riders out. Obviously you come in, you try and turn the bike, you hit a hole, it throws you off it a little bit, and not all the time has enough dirt to keep you up and keep the speed going that you already had, because obviously where you've ran past the corner then. But it's the same for everyone, that's the thing. So everybody's got to get out and ride the same track, so there's no excuses.
Would you say it's, when you're making the high line and you're trying to gain momentum, would you say it's easier missing the bump, because there's always a bump of 1 and 2 going on the inside of it, through it, or on the outside of it?
Outside of it, definitely. If you're trying to come in for that big run, you've got to come in on the outside of that bump and make sure you turn after the bump, because obviously it doesn't throw you past the corner then, it turns when you want to turn it. Obviously if you're trying to turn on the bump, by the time your bike stops bouncing, you're already halfway out there and you've missed that much of the track, but like I say, it's the same for everybody, and we can.
So we're here in front of the Speedway Portal sign, who do all the DVDs for the club, and they do a little bit of everything. They do the websites, and they're a great sponsor to have. Coming out of the bend, what do you guys think the best thing is to do?
Avoid that sign.
Don't hit the sign.
Avoid the sign after you've hit the hole in the middle of the corner. That's the one. But it's the same again. You've obviously got to try and get your wheels in line and just keep the speed going that you've already produced coming in.
So how much are we going to bet that Speedway Portal sign's not there by the end of the meeting?
I'm willing to bet a tenner, but I'm willing to bet 20 quid it's not me.
It's quite a nice sign, do you not think? It says Speedway Portal in quite nice writing. I mean, there's a sprocket in the middle, so they obviously know what they're doing. If anyone can get their head in the O for the portal, then I'll give them a tenner. Yeah, I mean, there's a hole there. If you pan round to the corner, you can see a little bit of a dip. To be fair, I'm never that wide, so it never really affects me. Are you guys going to take this meeting seriously? We've got 4 National League matches left. I mean, this is only a challenge. Me personally, if there's a move, I'll go for it. But I mean, I'm not going to do anything too daring, because I don't want to ruin it. You're not going to
go out and kill yourself, but obviously meetings like this, it's more so you can go out and try different stuff that you wouldn't normally try in, say, a normal National League meeting or whatnot. You don't want to crash. So
I mean, the good thing about tonight is, if you make a mistake with the gearing, obviously, like I say, your livelihood's still there, but it's not going towards your average. So that if you have a bad one, your average ain't going to be affected by it. So, but I mean, for me tonight, I'm on an engine that seized twice in a row. So I'm gonna see if it seizes again tonight.
Proves himself with confidence before the first one.
That came straight from Chris Widman, the number 4. So if you see him standing still at the start line, it's not he's made a terrible gate, it's the engine. Right, let's move more around the track. What do you guys think when you're, say, following Mark into the corner? Nathan, we'll start with you.
Please don't donut in front of me. I've seen him do it a few times where he's coming with so much speed and he gets to the middle of the corner and he's like, oh God, I can't quite turn the rest of this. And then he just pulls it back round on himself. But now, fair play, he manages to ride this track well. I don't know how he does it. Obviously we could all learn a few things from him, because he comes in here with so much speed and he still manages to carry it out the other side half the time, But it's a bit hairy and scary sometimes when you watch him.
Chris, what do you think?
I've always said it that this corner is the best in British Speedway. You've got Berwick and Workington, very similar tracks. Flat bend 1 and 2, banked up 3 and 4, and it's nothing compared to this one. You know, the speed you get down the straight, or the speed that Mark Baisby gets down the straight into the turn, and you know, just straight up the banking. You know, there's no fear that you're going to collect the air fence, because you just, as soon as you get up there, you come back down again.
Yeah, it's the thing. You use the banking to drop yourself back down it, innit? Obviously, you come in with that much speed, just let it run. Once you realise you're at a point, you just turn the bike a little bit more, and it does pull you back down the banking, so it is good. But thanks for filling me with confidence about Workington Saturday.
I think the thing that we're all amazed with Mark is we all hit these bumps and look out of shape. Mark just glides over them, and he still manages to get the speed. I mean, as we said, he's done some absolutely amazing passes up here, and how he gets the speed, because there's not much dirt on the track. And people are wide, but he goes wider. And sometimes you do think, like, where are you going? And then he goes past them. I mean, we'll start walking around the corner and see what the boys think about this corner today. You see, my line is about here. This is the Kelsey Dugard line, like an addict right on the white line. What about you guys? Whereabouts are you based?
Well, you just come in and you ride the bike wherever it feels like it's going to go the fastest. Obviously, if you feel as though you've got to come in and just let your bike run, you'll let it run, obviously. But normally, the worst bit about this one here is you have a hole just ahead of us.
You have a hole everywhere around here, but
but obviously there's one major hole here, and then there's another one there. And like you were saying earlier, Baisby seems to come in and always manages to avoid them, which. Yeah, like we were saying, we probably could learn a few things off of him, which maybe, just come in a lot wider. We'll be all right. But
would you say there's any holes here today?
Of course not. Never any.
Smoothest corner in England.
Mhm.
So Smarty, very few words. Baisby's wheel's usually about here, his back wheel, and he still manages to came it round, and then he darts up the inside and.
Yeah, it's all a bit of laugh and joke, and that's the main thing about it all. And as long as we can all get on, have a laugh and joke with each other, it makes the whole meeting and the whole season a hell of a lot better.
That's the thing I think we have that a lot of teams don't have. I mean, a lot of clubs are in it to win it. I mean, we're in it to have fun. Everyone gets on.
We're never pressured in here. That is one thing I can say. We're never, ever pressured. If we go out and win, and well done, fair play to us all. But if we go out and lose, we lose as a team. Yeah, we'll all regroup with ourselves, all meet up, have a chat with each other, just
have a pint, A
pint at the end of the meeting, like a
true water.
A true speedway rider would. But that's the thing, and it's just one of them.
I think the ferry port definitely helps with that. I mean, after the meeting, we all go for fish and chips. Well, some of us, a little bit tubby, but we all go for fish and chips and whatever, and then we go in the car park. We chill out,
have a little chat about the meeting, because obviously everybody tries to talk, but everybody wants to get going at the meeting, and then they get down to the ferry port and realise, oh God, there's not a ferry till 11 o'clock.
I've got to stick with Chris for another hour.
Is that what everyone says?
I shouldn't have said that out loud.
Mark Baisby turns left and goes and waves to the fans because he wins races. We turn right.
By none other than Mr. Neil Vatcher, who's managing the team tonight. Please make loads of noise and welcome to Isle of Wight, Andrew Uni Stadium, the GB Young Lions under-23 squad. Come on then! High fives and fist bumps to the team. As per usual, we will introduce the teams to you one by one, name by name, but we've got some more things to do first. In the meantime, let's welcome the home team, our very own. Please make loads of noise for the Isle of Wight Warriors! Make some noise for the boys! Speedway on our launch night right back in March. And here he is with us again. It's a long story. Barry met Sid over in Florida earlier this year, and he came along and opened the track for us.
Well, we've got the teams, we've got the riders, we've got the fans, we've got the action. Welcome to the Andrew Uni Stadium for the final meeting of the 2016 season. It's been a bumpy ride, but it's been an enjoyable one. The riders then on the track giving their customary practice, and big thanks go to Kelsey Dugard for his help and interviews and introduction. Certainly gives a different insight to a Speedway rider's view of the raceway. Very shortly we will be underway with all the action. We can tell you we have 15 heats of action. The Great Britain Young Lions, all under 23 years of age, some very fast riders in the lineup. Of course, Cockle's Danyon, Hume and Stefan Nielsen have put in many a laps round here. Alfie Bowtell won for the future. Keep an eye on Danny Phillips. Down at reserve, they may be a little bit weak with Saul and Locke. Connor, of course, been riding for the Raiders up at Rye House. Layne Cupitt there, doing a customary practice start before we get underway with the action. The Wight Warriors led by skipper for the night, Ayres. In fact, Ayres is, guess there is the skipper. God, Jamie Cockle, sorry about that, buddy. You'll always be the skipper down here all the time you're riding for the Warriors. So, customary Speedway action, that means we have 4 laps to each race. The home side wear the red and blue helmet colours, the visitors wear the white and the yellow and black quarters. 3 points for a win, 2 for a second, 1 for third, nothing if you come last. Here we go then, Ayres in the red helmet for the Warriors, Kelsey Dugard, his partner in blue, in white Stefan Nielsen, and in yellow and black it is Alfie Bowtell. That's how they line up then for the opening heat. Certainly one we are looking forward to. The season has gone very quick, and so many people to thank. We try and do as many as we can throughout the meeting. So here we go then, the riders coming to the line then for the opening race. The home side in gates 1 and 3, the visitors in 2 and 4. Keep an eye on Ayres, very fast competitor. And away they go. And it is Nielsen who's got away there. Nielsen in front, Ayres in second place. Third place at the moment in the yellow helmet there. Alfie Bowtell, Kelsey Dugard is at the back there. But it is the Young Lions on a 4-2 in the opening heat. They go round this first and second turn. Nielsen is leading the way. Experienced campaigner at this level of Speedway really does deserve a crack at a higher league. Ayres putting him under all sorts of pressure, in and out, right in the banking. He will try the big swoop round the outside. Nielsen moves out, blocks a door on him, a peach there. Hill still in second place. And Nielsen knows he's not that far behind him. He looked over his shoulder there. But he's going to pull away here as we come into the final lap. Ayres still chasing hard in second place. He won't give up the chase. Third place it is Bowtell. And at the back it is Kelsey Dugard. So it's going to be a 4-2 to the visitors. Dugard has retired from the race. Nielsen hasn't. He's taken 3 points there in the opening race. 69.6 seconds. Not a bad time for young Stefan Nielsen. Second place goes to Ayres. Third place to Alfie Bowtell. It's 2 points to the Warriors. It is 4 to the Young Lions. And of course that is the progressive scores after the opening race. Some good speedway there in the first one there. And Stefan Nielsen showing his class there with a textbook start from the outside, holding Ayres at bay for all 4 laps. Super stuff in heat number 1. So the riders on the circuit then for heat number 2. And riding in red it is Layne Cupitt. Here's partner in blue, Nathan Stoneman. In the white helmet there, it is Saul. He go off the inside. Locke is the rider in the yellow helmet. Here go off of gate number 3. Now Locke has been riding for the House Raiders. Some good scores towards the end of the season, as did Alfie Bowtell, Danyon, Hume. 3 Raiders in this Young Lions line-up here today. Stoneman, of course, on the comeback trail. Spectacular rider. Could be a bonus down there in that blue helmet. He will go off the outside gate here in heat number 2. So here we go then, green lights about to come on, and away they go. And Stoneman from the outside has made a super start. Stoneman in front, Cupitt going through on the inside of Locke into second place. So Locke in third place, Saul at the back. But it's the Warriors on a 5-1 here. Look at the lead that Nathan Stoneman has built up here. Well, I should think he'd be number 1 on the Warriors team list for next season. Cupitt there in second place. Third place it is Locke at the back. It is Saul. Very, very comfortable. He's built up half a lap lead around this big, pacey Isle of Wight raceway. That is some doing. So there is Stoneman, spectacular style, leading the way. Looking comfortable, having returned to the sport this year after a layoff. Goes into the bottom turn. There is Cupitt in second place. Still Locke hanging on the third place with Saul at the back. But it is going to be a 5-1 to the Warriors, who will get their noses in front for the first time. There it is. Nathan Stoneman takes 3 points for the victory. 2 points go to Layne Cupitt and 1 to Locke. 5-1 to the Warriors, who now lead by 7 points to 5. Stoneman coming round for the applause of the crowd here. It's going to be a long winter without our speedway, isn't it? There we go. That is how it is. And the dulcet tones of Bryn Williams in the background, giving the lineup as we get ready for heat number 3. And it is Lee Smart riding in the red helmet. His partner in blue is already at the start line there. That is Chris Widman. In white, Connor Coles. Been riding for the Milton Hall Fen Tigers. Comes from a racing family including Bob Coles and Michael Coles. Bob Coles, of course, rode for the Milton Hall Fen Tigers, West Ham, and of course the Exeter Falcons. Michael also rode for the Exeter Falcons. And Connor, well, if ever the Falcons come back, I'm sure he'll be heading down to deepest, darkest Devon. Yellow on the outside. It's the youngster Danny Phillips. Keep an eye on him. We've heard some good things. Riding for the Newcastle Diamonds, Peterborough Panthers for giving him a run as well. And of course the Stoke Potters. So here we go then. And away they go. Charge for the first turn, and it is Smart who's got away there. The veteran in speedway terms, leading the way, coming around the outside in the white helmet there. Connor Coles into second place. Third place at the moment it is Widman. At the back there in yellow, Danny Phillips. Lee Smart, spectacular as ever. It is leg trailing side. Comes Widman round the outside of Coles, and that's a super pass into the bottom turn. The dust beginning to fly here. The Warriors beginning to fly. They are on another 5-1. So Smart it is in front, looking pretty smart as well. Widman is tucked in there behind him. Coles in third place. At the back in yellow, Danny Phillips. But the Warriors about to slam home their second successive 5-1 and give the home fans plenty to cheer about early on. Look at the spectacular style here of Lee Smart. Loves the big tracks, that leg trailing style. Not so good around the small ones. but he won't mind. He's done well in this one. There's the checkered flag. 3 points there to Smart, 2 points to Widman, 1 to Coles, 5 to the Warriors, 1 there to the Young Lions, and that means the scores are now 12 to the Isle of Wight and 6 to the Young Under-23 Lions. Lee Smart coming round. He will take the applause of the crowd here. And as always, great camera work from Andy Haig of Speedway Portal. As we get ready for heat number 4, it's the skipper in the red helmet, James Cockle there on gate number 3. On the inside gate in blue, it is Nathan Stoneman. He had a super win first time out. In a white helmet on the outside there, it's the dynamic Danyon Hume, who really has burst onto the scene up there at Hoddesdon, riding for the Rayhouse Raiders. It's had a terrific end to the season. The Raiders certainly giving the youngsters the best opportunities. Our cameraman having a look at the grass as we look for Connor Locke, who will be the rider in yellow. So here we go then. Starting Marshall calling them into place. Stoneman to see if he can repeat his actions from his first race. Hume and of course Cockle on the circuit for the first time. Here we go then, heat number 4. And away they go. And it is Hume from the outside who's got a one. Cockle there on the inside trying to burst through. Cockle moves out, tries to shut the door. Hume comes back round him. Let's go into the bottom turn. It's Cockle on the inside. It's Hume on the outside. This is a little bit more like it. Super Speedway as Hume goes for the outside of the Warriors skipper. So Danyon Hume in front. There is James Cockle in second place. Third place there Nathan Stoneman. At the back there Connor Locke. But it is the youngster Danyon Hume from Essex who is leading the way. Really has burst onto the scene up there at Ryehouse. Cockle though is not giving up the chase. He's trying to find a way through. He's looking for the gap on the inside. He's found a gap on the inside. Hume burst back past him. And where did he get that speed from? Super stuff. But Danyon Hume is leading the way. There's Cockle now going right out in the dirt, trying to find a way round. The track is slick, the track is dusty, the track is fast, and Danyon Hume is fast. He's going to win it. Cockle's backed off there. And there is Hume going over the line for 3 points for the Lions. Super win for him. Second place goes to James Cockle, and third place there goes to Nathan Stoneman. So that is 3 points to the Warriors, 3 to the Lions. There's the scores on the doors. The Warriors have 15 and the Lions have 9. But a super win there for Danyon Hume. Well, the Lions skipper coming round for his round of applause. You would have enjoyed that one, a super ride. So let's move on then to heat number 5. And Lee Smart, fine winner first time out. He rides in the red helmet. Chris Widman, his partner in blue on the outside gate there. The outside gate's been pretty favourable. In the white helmet, Stefan Nielsen, winner first time out. And his partner in yellow and black is it's Alfie Bowtell. It's Matt Saul there. It's Alfie Bowtell as per your screen there. Bowtell on the inside, another one who's come through the Ryehouse Training School up there at Hoddesdon. Great buddies with Danyon Hume. Certainly is improving every week. So here we go then. It is Bowtell on 1, Nielsen on 3, Smart on 2, Widman on the outside. Chris Popple, as always, doing a fabulous job with his introductions. Here we go, heat 5. And away they go. And look at that for a start there. Super start for Stefan Nielsen. Absolutely flew from the start. Smart in second place, Widman in third place. Bowtell is at the back. But Stefan Nielsen was like a rat down a drain pipe as he left the start there. Flying round that first and second turn. Heading down the back straight. He is in a world of his own. Goes round the bottom turn. Spectacular style. First onto the scene up at West Row with the Fen Tigers of Mildenhall. Been unlucky with injuries as well. Second place there, Lee Smart. There is Widman in third place. But it's going to be another 3-all unless this man out in front, Stefan Nielsen, does something remarkably silly. Goes round the bottom turn. Heads for the checker flag and 3 points for the Young Lions, who are beginning to get a grip to this circuit here now. Nielsen, it is the victor. Second place there goes to Smart. Third place to Widman. No points for Bowtell. So it's 3 points to the Warriors, 3 points to the Lions. And that means the scores are now 18-12 in favour of the Isle of Wight. Stefan Nielsen comes round to the applause of the crowd. Very appreciative crowd here on the island. They really do love their speedway. Really was great when they came back. So here we go then. Heat number 6. Danny Ayres, beaten first time out. He's off the inside gate in the red helmet. His partner in blue, Kelsey Dugard, retired from the first race. In white, it is Danyon Hume, who was also a winner first time out. He's off at gate number 2. And Saul on the outside gate, the favoured one there in the yellow and black helmet. So here we go then, the starting marshal, letting them have their dig around before we get underway with the action. The 6 of 15 heats on this final meeting of the season. So here we go then, starting marshal walks away, green lights on, way to go, charge for the first turn, and it's Ayres from the inside. Ayres it is in front, Hume trying the outside run, go down the back straight, and Danyon Hume has just flown past Danny Ayres. Super pass, Ayres going up the banking now, he won't give up the chase, you can be sure of that. Hume takes a quick look over his shoulder. He knows Ayres is there, and Ayres is going for the inside run. Hume goes right up to the safety fence there. He was left high and dry as Ayres burst through on the inside. Super right from Ayres. Hume in second place. Third place at the moment, it is Saul, and it looks like it's machine problems again there for Connor Dugard. But Ayres it is in front, goes into the bottom turn, heading for the last lap here. Is well in front. There's Dugard on the centre. Danny Ayres, of course, first onto the scene with the Kent Kings. Goes down the back straight into the bottom turn. He's going to be victorious in this one. Make no mistake about it. He has, and he burst through from the back, and he's won a super race there in heat number 6. Second place there goes to Danyon Hume, and third place to Saul. So again, it's a split heat for the third race in a row. 3 points to the Warriors, 3 points to the Lions. There's the scores on the doors. The Isle of Wight have 21, and the young Great Britain side have 15. Good sporting finish there from Danny Ayres. And, well, he loves winning his races, and he's playing to the gallery. Well, you really do need characters like Danny in the sport, the speedway. He really does know how to lift the audience. And there it is, he's in the camera. And, well, Andy, that was one for your cheek, mate, not mine. 69.7, just 0.1 outside the fastest times of Stefan Nielsen. 69.6 in heat 1, and again there in heat 5. So pretty good times all round. Barry Bishop with the sponsors on the centre there. As always, Barry working his socks off to keep speedway here on the island with his merry men, and there is a lot of them. So it'd be rude to try and thank them individually because someone will be missed out. But we are grateful for the work they do. So here we go then, heat number 7. James Cockle, the skipper, in red. Layne Cupitt in blue. Connor Coles is in white. Danny Phillips is in yellow. So far, Coles 1 point. Phillips didn't score. Cockle has 2 points. And Cupitt has 2 points. Of course, you don't win races on previous ones. You have to go out and do it again. Here we go, heat number 7. Oh, the tape's going up crooked there. And I'm sure they will all be pulled back. So the riders shut off on the back straight. The red lights are on. And James Cockle takes the shortest route back. We will have a restart with all 4 riders. So we're waiting patiently for the tapes to be fixed before we can get underway with the action for the restart of heat number 7. As the dark winter nights move in. So here we go then. It's as you were. That means Cockle in red and Cupitt in blue, Coles in white and Phillips in yellow. There's confirmation on your screen.
In memory of the late Layne Cupitt, this one, Layne Cupitt, I beg your pardon, Layne Cupitt, in memory of heat number 7.
And of course this one, as you heard Chris say there, in memory of the late Layne Cupitt, of course was the mum of Kevin Shepherd, very well known around the Isle of Wight Speedway. So here we go then. The riders are back at the line. We are ready to go for the restart. Let's hope the tapes behave this time. Starting marshal walks away, green lights on, and away they go. And a charge for the first turn, and it's Cupitt's made a super start from the outside there. Cockle coming to join him up on the inside. Phillips goes through in a second place there. And look at this as Cockle goes up on the inside of Danny Phillips there. Got a super race going on. Phillips almost clouts the fence as Cockle comes through. It's Layne Cupitt out in front though, and the Warriors on a 5-1. Round the bottom turn, Cockle on the inside, Cupitt on the outside. And Cupitt seems to be slowing up there. Here comes Cockle trying to find a way through. In yellow there, it is Danny Phillips. He hasn't given up the chase here. And if he can see a gap, he will go for it. But the Warriors team right in here. Cupitt on the outside, Cockle on the inside. Phillips looking for a gap up on the inside here at Cockle, and he's moved him out of the way, and he's going to get them both there. That is sensational from the teenager. Danny Phillips goes in front there as he bursts through past both of the Warriors there. Cockle was trying to team ride, but Danny Phillips steals the glory, steals the thunder, and steals the victory in a super heat number 7. So 3 points to Phillips, 2 to Cockle, 1 to Cupitt there. It's a shared heat, 3 apiece, 24-18. But what a sensational ride from Danny Phillips, and a well-deserved round of applause as well. Taking the hat off to that. That was sensational. So we move on then to heat number 8. 8 of 15. Kelsey Dugard rides in the red helmet, yet to open his account. Nathan Stoneman in blue. In white it is Alfie Bowtell. And in the yellow and black helmet it is Connor Locke.
His partner, Kelsey's partner, riding in blue is Nathan Stoneman.
And there is Kelsey trying to get that machine going here for this 8th race. Here he comes now. He will go to the outside gate. He's got less than 30 seconds to be there, ready to race. So here we go then. 24-18 the scores on the doors. This is the halfway stage of this international challenge match between the Wightlink Warriors and the young Great Britain Lions under 23 level. So here we go then, starting marshal gives the signal, away they go, and Dugard's made a decent start there from the outside, but it's the rider in white now from Bowtell who's gone in front, and problems there for blue, who has gone down. That is Stoneman, and he's going to stay down. The red lights will surely come on, and we will have a restart, and well, Stoneman is down. He's appealing to the sympathy of the referee today. And the rider in red there, Kelsey Dugard, certainly not happy with things. And we will have a restart. And it will be with all 4 riders. So Stoneman coming back to the line, off of gate number 2. Dugard on the outside, he got away that time as well. Bowtell there was very fast off the start line. He's on gate number 3. And in the yellow helmet there, it is Locke. That's how they line up for the restart. Confirmation on your screen.
In white for Team GB, the Young Lions under 23s is Alfie Bowtell. And on the outside gates, gate number 4 in blue for the Warriors is Kelsey Dugard.
So here we go then. Starting marshal calling them into line for the second time of asking here in heat number 8. Halfway through this challenge match. So here we go. Green lights on. Away they go. Charge for the first turn, and again Bowtell very quick off the start line there. But bursting through on the inside, it's Stoneman. Stoneman takes over the lead. Quick look over his shoulder there. Bowtell in second place. Dugard in third place. Locke is at the back. Bowtell goes right up the bank in there. But it is Stoneman who is in front. Well, he appealed to be back into the restart. The referee gave him the benefit of the doubt. And there he is leading the way. Taking full advantage of the situation. Bowtell chasing hard in second place. Third place there, Kelsey Dugard appears to have got his machine going. Just around this first and second turn. Such a popular character. Loves it here at the island, having lost his place down at Arlington. Riders well spread out, not the most exciting race we've seen. There's Stoneman leading the way. Goes into the bottom turn. Bowtell still there in second place. Traffic a little bit on the bumpy side tonight. There in blue, it's a win for Nathan Stoneman for the second time this evening. Second place there goes to Alfie Bowtell, and third place there to Kelsey Dugard. 4 points then go to the Warriors, 2 points going to the visitors of the Young Lions. 28-20 the scores. Nathan Stoneman coming round to the applause of the crowd. And now heading back to the pits. So we're getting ready for heat number 9. Riding in red, Lee Smart. His partner in blue is Chris Widman. In white, Danyon Hume, who's been in sensational form so far. 5 points to his name. Matt Saul is the rider in yellow and black. So here we go then. Starting marshal calling them into line as we head towards the end of the 2016 season. So here we go then. Smart on the outside, Widman there on 2, Saul on 3, Hume on the inside, and away they go. And Smart has made a fast start from the outside there. Hume trying to burst through on the inside here. Widman there having trouble getting hold of third place. Looks like he's done it this time. He goes through on the inside of Matt Saul, but the race is up front there with Lee Smart and Danyon Hume. Round the first and second turn, Smart and is in front, still Hume there, giving it a go in second place. This big, fast-pacing raceway, the biggest track in the UK, and probably the fastest as well. There's Smart leading the way, looking pretty fast in this one. Of course, if we look back, we will think maybe one day one of these riders will be the next. Danny Bird, Adam Shields, Chris Holder, Davey Watt, Corey Gaffercole. The list is endless here from the Isle of Wight. Hume is bursting, trying to find a way around the outside of Smart. Smart, though, is riding Smart. Goes up the banking, shutting the door. Knew where Hume was coming from. Can Hume find a way up the inside? They head for the line. No, they can't. Smart wins it. Second place, Hume. Third place goes to Chris Widman. 4 points to 2 to the Warriors. Now extend that lead to 10 points. 32 to 22. And Lee Smart there getting his second race win for the Isle of Wight. Comes round. I've enjoyed that one.
72.1 second, not that far behind.
So let's move on then to heat number 10. Riding in red, it is Danny Ayres. His partner in blue, Kelsey Dugard, but Kelsey's had machine problems and the red light has come on. He's not going to be in this one. We're going to have a change. Oh, look at that. It's a change there. It is Nathan Stoneman already out there ready to race. He's in blue. Connor Coles is in white. Danny Phillips is the rider in yellow. That is how they line up for this heat. The 10th of 15. Well, the flag marshal there holding up the blue board with the flag, but we already know that because Nathan Stoneman is out in his place. So here we go then. Starting marshals ready to give the signal, and away they go, and the charge for the first turn, and it is Ayres who's come out in front there from the outside. Stoneman comes up on the inside. The Warriors on a 5-1. Third place here, Connor Coles, and at the back it is Danny Phillips, who had a sensational win last time out, but he's tailed off at the back this time. There is Ayres, beaten first time out. Is he going to be beaten again? Certainly not in this one. Stoneman still chasing hard in second place. Third place it is Coles. Quite a distance between the riders, so once again a little bit on the processional side here. And Ayres won't mind that. I'm sure we get some shenanigans from him at the end. Comes into the first and second turn, once again blasting round the boards here at the Andrew Uni Stadium. Still Stoneman in second place, taking full advantage of his extra ride here. There it is then, a win for Ayres. Second place goes to Stoneman. Third place there goes to Connor Coles. First 5-1 to the Warriors since heat number 3. And they now lead by 37 points to 23. Ayres, as always, enjoying himself. Maybe Stoneman would have enjoyed that one as well. So 14 points the difference here tonight as the two Warriors come round for the applause of the crowd. Celebration wheelie from Danny Ayres. And, are we going to get another one here? He's waiting patiently.
Good line on this one, looking forward to this then, with the Warriors still 9
Well, as always, the youngsters here have a great time on the Isle of Wight. Let's move on then to heat number 11. James Cockle riding in red. Layne Cupitt is in blue. Stefan Nielsen in white. 2 wins out of 2 so far for Stefan. And Alfie Bowtell is the rider in yellow. Nielsen, the only man to lower the colours of Danny Ayres. Can he do it again? He's going to meet him again there in heat 13 and again in heat 15. So that's going to be interesting, isn't it? Something to look forward there towards the end of the meeting. But before then, we've got heat number 11. Bowtell so far has scored 3 points. Nielsen so far has scored 6 points. So, interesting one here. Cockle there in the red helmet off the inside gate. And away they go. Not correctly, as once again, James Cockle's out. The takes don't go up correctly. So we will have another rerun. And again, it will be with all 4 riders.
Most immediately, we restarted with all 4 riders. Warning going out to the rider in white.
As Bryn Williams said there, warning to the rider in white. Interesting, they didn't actually touch the takes, did he? They went up crooked.
For the GB Lions is Stefan Nielsen.
So here we go then, let's take a look at the full lineup. There it is, James Cockle, Layne Cupitt, Stefan Nielsen and Alfie Bowtell.
For Team GB Young Lions is Alfie Bowtell. Second time we're asking then, this is seat number 11.
Starting marshal trying to get the riders come to line. The referee flashing the lights there. He wants to get this one underway. Getting a little bit nippy there on the terracing. Still plenty of short sleeves out there as well though, but here we go. And away they go. Charge for the first turn. It's Cockle on the inside. Nielsen next to him. Nielsen going right out into the dirt. And he just blasts past Cockle down the back straight. Stefan Nielsen it is in front, where he's been all night long. Second place Cockle, he won't give up, we know that. Seeing what the skipper can do. Down the back straight though, Nielsen leading away. Third place it is Bowtell. At the back it is Layne Cupitt. So it is the visitors on heat advantage. This will be their first one since the opening race. And it's the same pairing who's got it. Around the bottom turn, Stefan Nielsen in front from James Cockle there in second place. Third place, it is Alfie Bowtell. The riders quite well spread out. Good scrap going at the back though. Cupitt getting a little bit closer to Bowtell. The dust flies up. A little bit of drop of water on there. Around the bottom turn and over the line. It's a win for Stefan Nielsen. Second place James Cockle. Third place Alfie Bowtell. 4-2 to the visitors, who bring it back to 12 points now. 39 to 27 the scores in favour of the Warriors. So still comfortably in front with just 4 heats remaining. Heat number 12. Lee Smart rides in red. Nathan Stoneman is his partner in blue. Connor Coles is the rider in white. Been a disappointing night so far for Connor. Just a couple of points. And in the yellow helmet, Matt Saul, who's also just picked up 1 solitary point. Lee Smart's had a couple of good wins. Nathan Stoneman has been in super form so far. He is on 9, paid 11 out of a possible 12. So you seem to fancy the home side in this one. Smart on the inside though it is. Connor Cole's got the favoured outside gate. Can he take advantage of it? Starting Marshall trying to get the riders to the line. So here we go then. Green lights on, away they go. Coles has got the drop from the outside. Stoneman trying to come up the inside. Come round this first and second turn. Stoneman on the inside. Coles on the outside. And is it going to be hot Coles here? It's Stoneman pushing him all the way here. Coles on the outside. Stoneman on the inside. Super race. Connor Coles it is. Who opens up a little bit of a lead here. There is Stoneman chasing hard in second place. Third place at the moment, Lee Smart. Let's go round the bottom turn. And it is Connor Coles in front. Well, this is the sort of performance we expected from the youngster. And he has struggled for points. Riding for the Eastbourne Eagles. Going to the bottom turn. Coles it is there, leading the way. Stoneman is getting closer to him now. They got one lap to go here in heat number 12. It's Coles in the white helmet. Stoneman giving it a real go there, really busting a gut, trying to find a way round. He got the banking for one final time. He almost overcooks it there. That's giving it away. Coles will take the win. Coles wins it 3 to him, 2 to Stoneman. 1 point there to Lee Smart, but a brave effort there from Nathan Stoneman. But it's a thrill. 3 to the Warriors, 3 to the Young Lions. There's the scores on the doors. 42 to the Isle of Wight, 30 to the Lions under 23 team. But Connor Coles gets his first race win of the evening. Well, final time of the season for the youngsters to flex their muscles on their bikes. Great this is, they really do give all the youngsters a chance here at the island. And look at this here, the youngsters pushing the kids around here. And isn't that a lovely sight? Kelsey Dugard out there on one of the bikes, helping the kids as well. And there it is. Super stuff indeed.
Oh, look. He's out of puff.
Let's get all the children
And
in.
really celebrations. Oh dear. Hey.
Come on, Ben. Round you come. Fast as you can.
Well, there they are, having their pictures taken. They will remember this day when they're older. And here they come. Second batch. Here comes Kelsey. It really is a family sport, a family occasion. It's more than just Speedway on the Isle of Wight. It is a show. It is a night out.
In the pink t-shirts. They're first, second and third for the adults, but kids are still doing well as well. Adults 2 laps.
Okay, back to the main event. This is heat number 13. We're at the business end of the meeting. Sadly creeping towards the end of the 2016 season. What a lineup we have here in this one. We've got Ayres in the red helmet. There on gate number 2. On the inside of him, the unbeaten Stefan Nielsen. Ayres only beaten once. You got it. The one next to him on the inside was the one who beat him. On gate number 3, we've got Danyon Hume, who's been in sensational form. And on the outside, James Cockle. So here we go then, the starting marshal calling them to the line for heat number 13. The Warriors are almost home for the victory. 46 will be enough. Need 4 points from the final 3 heats. And away they go. And it is Ayres who's made a good start there. And so has Cockle gone with him. It's the Warriors giving him the old 1-2. Nielsen at the back, problems there for Hume. Got mixed up in the traffic. Let's go into the bottom turn. Ayres leading the way. Cockle in second place. Nielsen there in third place. At the back it is Danyon Hume. And the Warriors look like they could do it in style. Nielsen, is he going to see his maximum hopes go out the window here? I don't think he's going to catch Ayres. He's going to have to work very hard to catch Cockle, but he's giving it a go. Well, who said it is just a friendly? Down the back straight. Out in front, Ayres. Still Cockle hanging on to second place. Nielsen going up the bank in here, trying to reel in the Warrior skipper, but he hasn't got the speed at the moment. The track is very, very slick. Nielsen switches to the inside. Can he give it one last go? He's going to the bottom turn. Cockle holding the line tight. Nielsen goes right up the bank in. He's going to try the outside run. Oh, it's a sensational pass. Super speedway there from Stefan Nielsen. Ayres had that one in a bag. He was well in front, but the action was behind him, and it was Stefan Nielsen who blasted round the outside of James Cockle in sensational style. Well, it is a heat advantage to the Warriors by 4 points to 2. Ayres, what are we going to get this time? We've had the fist up to the camera, and the showman coming round again. There it is. It's bell time to the audience. Ayres, the ultimate showman of British Speedway. Winner there in heat number 13. Second place, of course, it was Stefan Nielsen. Don't forget the part he played in that race, because that's where the action was. And third place went to James Cockle. 4-2, 46, 32. Just 2 races remaining in the 2016 season. So here we go then, heat number 14. The penultimate heat for 2016. Chris Widman rides in red. Layne Cupitt is the rider in blue. Phillips is in white. And Connor Locke is the rider in yellow. This could be an interesting one. Widman so far has scored 4, paid 6. Cupitt so far has scored 3, paid 4. Phillips just that one race win for the race of the night when he got it. And Connor Locke just 1 point to his name, and away they go. And Widman's made a good start there. It is Widman in front. Phillips there in second place. Cupitt there in third place. At the back, it is Connor Locke. Go round the bottom turn. Chris Widman going up in the banking. And if he wins this one, it means everyone bar Kelsey Dugard and Layne Cupitt would have won a race, although Layne did get a paid win back there in heat number 2. So Widman it is, leading the way. Phillips, well, are we going to see another sensational ride from him here in this one? Still there in second place, he's not given up the chase. And it looks like in third place, looks like Connor Locke has gone through on the inside of Layne Cupitt there. We'll have to have another look at that one. The race there for top spot is Widman from Phillips, who is still giving it a go. Here's Cupitt in third place. They go round the bottom turn. It's going to be a race for the line, but it is Chris Widman who finishes with a win. Second place there goes to Phillips. Third place to Layne Cupitt. Another heat advantage to the Warriors, who hit the 50-point barrier. They now lead by 50 to 34 with just one race remaining. Chris Widman comes round to the applause of the crowds, and after the heat 15, the final race, we will of course give you the individual scorers, and then we will leave you to watch the presentations. And there is Chris Widman. Would have enjoyed that one. Hasn't had the best of nights. He did have a paid win, now he's got a full win. Leads him on 7, paid 9, not a bad return. So here we go then, the final heat, heat number 15. The rider in red, Ayres, just 1 point dropped.
Phillips in white, Stefan Nielsen in yellow.
And in blue, James Cockle, Stefan Nielsen in yellow. And I think it's Danyon Hume who is in white, not Danny Phillips. So Hume in white, Nielsen in yellow, Cockle in blue, Ayres in red. We've got a bear as a referee, start marshal. So here we go then. Starting marshal wants them at the line, ready to go for the final time in 2016. SPS EPOS, the sponsors. Of course, there are many other sponsors. We thank them all for their help throughout the season and the support they give to the Isle of Wight Speedway. Without any of them, something would be missing. So here we go then, time is ticking away. Stefan Nielsen dropped just 1 point to Ayres. Ayres has dropped just 1 point to Stefan Nielsen. This is the decider. So here we go then, starting marshal calling them into line.
His partner, riding in blue for the Warriors, is James Cockle.
Chris Popple, as always, doing a terrific job there on the centre. Really does add to the show. So then, the riders come into the line for the final time here at the Isle of Wight in 2016. The green light's on and away they go. Charge for the first turn on. It's Nielsen who's got away. Nielsen leading away. Ayres trying to get through on the inside. Let's go down the back straight. Stefan Nielsen in front. Ayres in second place. Cockle there in third place. Hume is at the back. But it is Stefan Nielsen leading the way. He's the only man to lower the colours of the rider in red, Ayres, and he's going to do it a hearing style as well. They're going to the bottom turn. It's getting very tight. There's problems there. We've got a rider down. It's the rider in blue, James Cockle, who really went a perler going into that corner. As Hume went underneath him, the red light's on very, very quickly.
Well, our concern at the moment,
Danyon Hume's checking on James Cockle as the ambulance comes out.
Over there, the ambulance out there.
And pleased to see the skipper up and walking back. Making Stoneman out there with him. But good to see him back up. So here we go then. The restart. 1 minute remaining for James Cockle to join the line there, and it's Danyon Hume who has been excluded. No, he hasn't. He's there on the inside. Stefan Nielsen we're waiting for. And it is Cockle who's excluded, the confirmation. So here we go then. Can Nielsen do it again? He's got that outside line on Ayres. He'd certainly got it in the bag, that was for sure. But we're in for a treat here because we got a restart here. Ayres against Nielsen. Who is going to take the individual glory? So here we go then. Nielsen will need another flyer, that's for sure. Ayres will want to make up for it. Hume on the inside and away they go, and it is Ayres who's got away. No, it isn't. It is Nielsen who's in front. Stefan Nielsen is in front. Ayres is in second place. You're into the bottom turn, and Ayres diving up the inside, and he's moved. The door is shut as he goes past Stefan Nielsen, who's got machine problems there. Well, Nielsen is pulling up. There is Ayres out in front. Danyon Hume in second place, and Stefan Nielsen has pulled up at the back here. Well, Ayres flew through on the inside. Go round the bottom turn there, Hume is still in second place. Go into the bottom turn, Ayres is going to finish the meeting having dropped just one solitary point. Still Hume there in second place, and he's in trouble and he's gone down. That's a nasty one. Well, a horrible looking tumble there for Danyon Hume. Let's hope he's okay. The red lights are on. There is Nielsen, who just about kept his machine going. We wait for the decision of the referees. They will come round to check on Danyon, and that would tell you he looks like he may be okay. The ambulance though out there very, very quickly. We can tell you the race is going to be awarded. But main concerns are for this young man, Danyon Hume, who gets to his feet. And, well, these guys are made of the toughest plaster of Paris filled with wire mesh you're ever likely to find. So the race has been awarded as a win to the Donut King here. That is Ayres. 3 to him, 2 to Stefan Nielsen. No third place finish. So 3-2 to the Warriors to finish with. Gives us a final score of the Isle of Wight on 53 and the Great Britain under 23 on 36. So quick check there on young Danyon. Kelsey Dugard, as always, the ultimate professional out there to help a stricken colleague. So that is time for us to give you the individual scorers. Let's start then with the Young Lions. Stefan Nielsen scored 13, Alfie Bowtell 4, Cockle 5, Danny Phillips 5, Danyon Hume 7, Matt Saul 1 and a bonus, Connor Locke scored 1. Total there of 36. Take a look then at the Warriors scorers as they come round on their lap of honour. There is the number 1, which of course is Ayres. So let's have a look at the scores. There they are. Ayres scored 14, Kelsey Dugard 1, Lee Smart 9 and a bonus, Chris Widman 7 and 2 bonus, James Cockle 7, Layne Cupitt 4 and 1, Nathan Stoneman 11 and 2. So time to go down to the centre for the presentation. That's Chris Widman. Our thanks to you, our fans, for watching and for your support from me, Ken Burnett, and everyone else at T2 TV and Speedway Portal. It's saying time for us to say have a nice winter. We'll see you all next season. We leave you the presentations. Cheerio.
Any rider, I guess.
Wait, can you say that?
Right. Are we ready?
I'm riding like 6.
Are we ready? Come on, let's go for it. Well done, lads.
That went straight in my arm.
Brand new shirt.
get the microphone in a second.
Oh no! You've got long Chris.
Where's the microphone? Where's the microphone?
It's on there, mate.
How do I turn it on? Hello everyone. Thank you so much for staying behind. I'm destroyed it's the last meeting, is the truth, but I love this place so much. I'd just like to thank everyone who's been involved. Martin, of course. We couldn't have done it without Martin. Couldn't have done it without our partners, Tina and Lisa, who gave up so much for us to do it. All of our riders have been fantastic. But most of all, and the track team and the first aiders, and everyone over in that building over there that support us as well. Every week, week in, week out. But most important are you guys. You guys make the nights. You guys cheer. You guys have the laugh with us. That's what it's about. And we're going to grow this club and keep growing it and make it the best thing in Speedway. I promise. We appreciate everything that you've done. And, you know, this is fun time Speedway. We want everybody to love it. Bring your kids, bring your grandkids, bring your neighbours' kids, I don't care. Kids will always be free here, and it's about getting children involved, keeping them off those stupid Xbox seats, and letting them come in and do some real sport. That's what it's about. And thank you so much. Thank you.
I think Barry said most of what I was going to say anyway, but...
is that about not having a shave or what?
Carry on. Yeah, don't mind me. Don't mind the skipper, he's rubbish. I think behind the scenes, there's a lot of people that have made this a successful year. You know, we've got people that come down here the night before, water the track, are here 9 o'clock in the morning to water it again. Track staff. First aid staff is a guy that travels from Wolverhampton to support us. There's so many people behind the scenes that make this happen, and most of all, thanks to all the supporters, you've made it such a special year for us. Thanks very much indeed.
Oh, the party, 15th, party on the 15th. 15th of October.
Quiz night. Quiz night
on the 1st. 7. Brilliant. Thank you.
No rider's going to grab the mic off Chris.
Hold it.
They will go and shine.
He looks like Santa. Is that it?
What, mate? Yeah.
Yes, it's
Okay, lads, that was the last home meeting of a successful comeback for the Isle of Wight Speedway. What are your thoughts on it, and how do you think it's actually gone for yourselves? Let's go to...
Well, personally, I think that was a great finale. The racing was superb. The pass by Danny Ayres in Heat 15 was
dirty.
Just worth the admission fee alone. And the crowd was brilliant. Great atmosphere, great sponsorship. Absolutely everything was perfect, and the weather just made it.
And the changes that you made into the team as well down at reserve, they've kind of transformed the team a little bit, haven't they, for you?
Yeah, definitely. It's probably fair to say that we've sort of been saying all season that we've been happy with the top 5, but we really just needed one decent reserve, you know, to sort of turn our season around, and we were fortunate enough to end up with two decent reserves at the end, with both Nathan and Layne, and it's proven that we can compete with the best of them now. And with our first away win last Friday at Coventry, we've still got 3 more to go. There's no reason why we can't end up with 4 away wins. So yeah, it's been a great season, and the end of it is just, you know, the icing on the cake, really. It's been really good.
And the involvement that we've had as well with the kids and the sponsors as well, all getting involved. You're taking sponsors out on the centre green, you're getting the kids doing races. That's been absolutely wonderful down here, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been for me, it's the driver of the entire reason why we bring Speedway back. When I was a kid, I can remember certain things, and I'm kind of using those memories to try and create memories for other kids. And the sponsorship front, we've already started to work on the sponsorship for 2017. And so far, in general, most people have said, you know, what you've done is fantastic. We want to be on board with you again. You know, maybe some of the heat races were those that did it just to help us come back, so we'll change a few of them. But those that really backed us, all on board. And we had a few sponsors here tonight. APT Bournemouth came, who sponsored the meeting. He said, it's fantastic what we're doing here. There's no other track in the country. I firmly believe that. Martin and I both, and Neil of course, travel to lots of tracks around Great Britain, and ours is the one with the vibe. And you know, ours is the one that the kids want to be there, the kids are chasing around. I even heard parents come and say, where's little Johnny? And I thought to myself, great, you know, we've done it, because little Johnny's off playing with his friends that he'll only find at Speedway, and they're not the same friends at school, and that's when you create what I had when I was a child, when I went to Speedway. So
that was a long time.
it was a few years ago. They had they were running in them days, didn't even have bikes. But no, you know, the whole Speedway with the racing is, as Martin says, fantastic. I don't think we've had one meeting where the racing has been of a low standard. Even when we really hammered Weymouth and Kings Lynn, the racing was still great, and that's one of the great things that we have about the Warriors that we have this year, and I'm sure we'll have something similar for next.
Looking ahead, we've got some away meetings coming up, Neil. What are your thoughts on those, and are we going to be at full strength?
Yeah, definitely. We've got 3 matches left, of which, like, I'm sure that everyone will agree, they're all winnable matches, definitely. Royal, Stoke and Buxton. Regards going full strength, I'm not sure that Lee's going to be available for the Stoke and Buxton away fixtures, although Barry doesn't know that yet, so we'll keep that one secret. But regardless of whoever we take there, we'll be giving it our best shot, and like we said just now, with, you know, Nathan and Layne in the team, that's made us really solid, and also Chris as well. Like, Chris has obviously joined us late, and my God, he's done a great job for us. You know, with Chris, it's probably fair to say again, and obviously Martin's going to back this up, hasn't just turned our season around, he's probably turned his season around as well. So we've got a much more solid look about us now. So in each and every heat we look dangerous, and like, whether we go full strength or not, you know, hopefully we can cover Lee's rides if he isn't available. But we're certainly going to be looking for 3 away wins to follow up from Coventry Friday night.
And you know what, part of the strength for me is, you know, it comes from the fans. Just speaking from Cockle today, he said, I go to away tracks, and I don't mean to be detrimental to away tracks, but he says, I just look at it and I say, look at that, Dad. How do you compare that to the island? You know, in the island, everyone gets a buzz and everyone wants to do well, and this is what we're creating. You know, the team now, it's almost, I'm so sad, believe me, I could cry that the season's finished, because our team now is there. It's there. And if we had this atmosphere, this team at the start of the year,
yeah, definitely,
we'd be knocking on the, you know, the victory's door for everything.
Okay, finally, gents, your high point of the season so far.
I think, for me, I know it wasn't a team match, the best pairs, Heat 15 or whatever the last heat was. The way that Rob Shuttleworth slowed the race down and let Kelsey through, if my memory serves me right, was just the epitome of team racing, or team riding, which you don't see very often these days. But I mean, just on a more general point, it's the atmosphere that's generated in the stands by everybody, but by the spectators, that has lifted this Speedway team and the riders. I mean, the riders are responding to it, and it's just great to see.
For me personally, it's probably Coventry Friday night, where I know that's still fresh. Yeah, exactly. That's still fresh in our memories. But obviously Nathan's 21-point maximum was, Christ almighty, it was unbelievable. And even Chris and Nathan in Heat 14 getting the 5-1, which probably goes a bit more unnoticed than the 5-1 that we got in 15, was obviously just as vital as well. You know, unfortunately, like I pulled Chris out of his third ride, which probably made his fourth ride even harder, because he didn't ride for about 6 or 7 races, and then, you know, to come out in 14 and get a vital 5-1 at that stage of the meeting where Coventry could have clinched it then was, you know, awesome. And then, you know, Mark and James just finished their job off in 15, which was, you know, really special for me. Also, I'd probably say here, like Barry just said, and Martin, you know, almost every week he's gone to a last heat decider. I think Joe Jacobs did a great job for us. Sort of carried their team through, you know, that part where we lost Benji and we got Joe in, and Joe won some great Heat 15s for us here as well. And also, in fairness to Mark as well, like Mark has sort of stepped up to the plate of being a number one, where probably in truth he wasn't brought into the team to be a number one. Started the season as a 5-point rider. He's probably going to end it over 8, and, you know, took on the mantle as a number one. So, but all credit to everyone. You know, Cockle's been awesome. You know, we just mentioned the 2 boys, Chris, Lee, Kelsey. You know, they've all been great. So enjoyed every minute of it.
Mine's the opportunity to live, breathe, work, develop, grow this club. Full stop. I love everything about it. I love how we perform on the track. I love interacting with sponsors, fans, the media, and I wouldn't change it for anything. This last season, the interesting thing is, us 3, and I also consider Kev Shepherd to be part of the senior management. You know, it's fair to say that Speedway is actually looking at us because of what we're doing. We're leading it, you know, and I love that. I love being innovative, and we've got a lot more to offer, a lot more to come. And yeah, 2017, rock on.
Well, thank you all very much for your time, for all the interviews throughout the season. Wish you the best for the next 3 away meetings, and thank you so much as well for bringing the sport back to the Isle of Wight.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Cheers, guys.